Yo people, Makkuro here, and today I have a different episode than usually, a video. The reason for that being is that I asked you people on Facebook, would you want me to do a proper review, meaning top speed, low to mid speed acceleration, high speed acceleration, low speed cornering speed, and high speed cornering to be tested and then put on a track with a proper run on both sides, on a track that will test everything. That's pretty much the test run, and a lot of you said yes, so here it is, the testing of the Murcielago LP650-4 Roadster versus the LP670-4 Super Veloce. And before we begin the test, a few words on the methodology that I'll be using here. Top speed, obvious, Rosewood Highway. The low to mid speed acceleration is the famous DOX test. However, the high speed acceleration test is devised by me. The low speed cornering test devised also by me, and the high speed cornering test also devised by me. So this will be something new that you will see. However, all of those tests are easily reproducible, so everyone can just redo them on their own. They are very easy to do, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, without further ado, let's get into some details. Both of those cars are 749 overall, of course, so maxed out in A-Class, you can get more. Top speed, obviously, you can just teleport to breaking point, or Rosewood Rally if the breaking point isn't available this week. And you just go along nicely like this, drive, you don't even actually need to brake at all, so yeah. Just go, wait a bit until the few ages will pass, and then yes, we start the actual top speed run with the top speed for the Roadster clocking at 349 km per hour, 217 miles per hour, with the Super Veloce doing 345, which is 240 miles per hour for you Imperial Darth Vaders people. Now the famous DOX acceleration test. This is quite obvious, even though the Roadster gives an impression of being actually a lot faster. It's only 1 km per hour faster than the SV, which pretty much means it's equal. It's the same thing. It won't make much difference. Now, the low speed cornering speed test. Yeah, I know the naming is. Anyway, it involves you driving around this roundabout in Rosewood, but keeping the car entirely in this yellow lane zone. If some of the tires will go out, then it's not a good run, and you need to be able to keep doing few circles like that at a certain speed without going like this. Yeah. So yeah. Now with the Murcielago Roadster, of course, forgot to say, you can move in the yellow zone itself, as you know. Anyway, the Roadster scored 150 miles per hour whenever I went to 150 kilometers per hour. Whenever I went to 151 kilometers per hour, it started going out of the yellow zone. With 149, it started going to the inside of the zone. So 150 is that sweet spot for it in this test. Now, some people, of course, will say that this test is just about testing the understeer, which is bullshit. Don't listen to them. They just don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, this is also kind of a precision test, so a gamepad is required, because you're not always, be able to do it in a keyboard. Anyway, that was Roadster, 150 km per hour. The Super Veloce actually was easier to do this. I got it faster. However, the Super Veloce has a lot of power, which that's why a lot of people that do this test in a keyboard think this is just to test the understeer. No. Super Veloce has a lot of power, which means it can keep the speed in the corners much better than the Roadster. However, if you play with the throttle, you will find that at 151 km per hour, which is 94 miles per hour, is the exact perfect spot for the Super Veloce. Now, some keen viewers may be seeing that the right wheels actually went out of the yellow zone, but keep in mind that the left ones are pretty much hitting the roundabout, and they will actually hit right about now. See? Yeah. So that means pretty much that means actually it can do better than 151 kilometers per hour. Anyway, moving on to the high-speed acceleration test. For this, you need to get your car up to the beginning of the 5th gear, since the 5th and 6th gear for 6-speed gearboxes is the start of the high-speed acceleration zone. And 246 was for the Roadster, the speed which it entered. However, I clocked at 247 for this test, so I went with that. Which actually means that the Super Veloce may scored a better result if we would start from 246 or 244 km/h, which is the entering speed for the Super Veloce. However, we clocked the 324 km/h for Roadster and 323 for Super Veloce. The Imperial statistic is unprecise, and yeah, just that. Now, the most important test of them all, the high speed cornering speed test. Yeah, naming is strange. Anyway, the point is that Need for Speed World is a rather high-speed racing game, so you'll be doing a high-speed cornering very often. Therefore, you want to know if it's good or not. To do this, you simply keep to the tarmac, start cornering from the tarmac, you need a bit braking, avoid this inner sidewalk, and then you can use the outer sidewalk even to test the stability of the car. Now, if you do this again, we can see that the lowest speed in that corner was 256 km/h for the Roadster, and that's how we take the cornering speed. You take the lowest achieved speed in the corner. In case someone didn't knew that, that was the explanation of it. Now, when it comes to the Super Veloce, if you would assume that it would do 1 or 2 km/h better in this regard than the Roadster when you look at the previous test, that will be a very good assumption in my opinion. I would personally say the same. However, the story looks a bit different. It looks a bit like this: 262 km/h, which is 162 mph. That is a massive difference. Massive for high-speed cornering. Now, if you take a look again in slow motion, this time we can see that the Roadster actually had a higher speed before entering the corner, but when braking comes, they all slow down. However, the Super Veloce is able to keep its speed better and therefore having better exiting speed, which is what's important. Now, taking this on a track which is Silk Road, I've taken it because it has jumps, it has wall ride, it has shortcuts, it has chicanes, it has low and high speed corners, it has pretty much everything. Hairpins as well. Now, we can see that both of those cars take those jumps in a similar fashion. One has a better jump on the first jump, second has a better jump on the second jump, so yeah, pretty much the same in general. But the difference comes when it comes to the chicanes, where Super Veloce just destroys with the cornering speed. And keep that in mind, I scratched the wall, which actually reduced the speed for the Super Veloce, but it still keeps ahead. Still, in fact, I would go as far as it increases its lead. While also, small mention on the wall ride, the Super Veloce doesn't mind wall riding, where Roadster definitely doesn't like it. And we clock them at 55.1569 for the Roadster and 55.14 for the Super Veloce. So, pretty much that means the Super Veloce is the victorious in this test. Of course, there is also the top speed difference, but point is about top speed. It is only good when you can reach it. A-Class has only 2 tracks where you can reach it. First is Grey Point, where you'll reach it for a second or 2, and that's it. So it's 4 seconds out of a 2.5 minute race, where you'll be going on top speed. That's not enough to close the gap. The second track being the Country Club, which is that you will be keeping on the top speed for a lot longer. However, Super Veloce even then will be able to keep up, and this is the thing. On A-Class tracks, Super Veloce will be always faster and being in a dead heat only on Country Club against the Roadster. But how does it stack up against the A-Class kings like the Paganis on the F Roadster? What does it mean? What does this actually mean that the Super Veloce is faster? Well, all does it mean is that, well, you may be able to win a bit easier if the opponent is rather unskilled, but if the opponent driving the Zonda F or an Nismo or a 997 GT2 is a good driver, then all you're really doing is making sure that you will be overtaken a bit later than if you would be driving the Roadster. It's just gonna, you know, prolong your first position for that bit longer. And if it happens that, like here, I didn't really want to block that guy at all, but it just happened, then you may prolong it for even a bit longer. In any case, this is pretty much how it is. Super Veloce is faster than Roadster, but it's still not enough for those kings. So that's pretty much all. So if you enjoyed, please hit the like button, comment whether you'll enjoy the Roadster or maybe Super Veloce more, of other things like that, your thoughts about the cars in general. Subscribing to me would be really awesome, like, yeah, that's awesome, like, fuck yeah. And that's pretty much all. So, your driver here was Makkuro. See ya!